Hello and welcome to That's Football, the football channel made for the fans by the fans that talks all the latest football news and gives it that genuine fan opinion. Football is about the fans and that's what That's Football's all about. So let's talk about Neymar, Messi or Ronaldo. Who is the undisputed GOAT? And for those who aren't up with the kids like me, I didn't know what GOAT meant for a long time, to be honest. Greatest of all time. Who wears that crown? Has it changed? It was always Messi versus Ronaldo. Has Neymar's Galactico move to PSG changed all that? Is Neymar now in the equation? Neymar just 25 and a half. Ronaldo 32 and a half. Messi just turned 30. In the age preferences for Neymar to be even battling with those, you'd think he's got 5-6 years of his own after these two retire. But is he close? Is he anywhere near? Or is it still Messi versus Ronaldo in the challenge to be the best player in world football? So, where does it start and where does it end? I think at the moment, Ballon d'Or 2017 will be given out in December. And the top, are there any other players that deserve to be in there? The 5 rumoured, and they may well be official candidates for Ballon d'Or this year, are the 3 mentioned: Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Buffon, Juventus goalkeeper, and Sergio Ramos, Real Madrid centre-back. I don't believe Ramos deserves it. I think Varane's a better centre-back, but you know what? Ramos is more of a pull, isn't he? So, I think it's fair to say that Ronaldo will win the Ballon d'Or this year. He is the undisputed king as of now, but I want to talk about the season ahead and whether that will change. Can Ronaldo carry it on into his 33rd year? Looking at Real Madrid, undisputed champions of the world, really. If you're champions of Europe, you're champions of the world. 2 times Champions League winners. I think if you took Ronaldo out of that Real Madrid team, they wouldn't be as dominant. He is still very, very important to Real Madrid. And he sort of epitomises winning. Manchester United saw it, Portugal have seen it, and Real Madrid have definitely seen it over the last few years, that Ronaldo means prizes. He is the difference. You can be a good team, and Real Madrid are a good team. I think that midfield 3 is fantastic. I think their centre-backs are good, their full-backs are good, and obviously they've got players around Ronaldo who, you know, they're pretty good themselves. But I think you take Ronaldo out of that, would they be as dominant as they are at the moment? Barcelona, well, I think the reason that Ronaldo wins it for me now, and I'm not really talking about now, I'm talking about, I must make it clear, I'm talking about who's going to have the best year this year. There is a poll for you, top right hand corner, press the I, you can hit your vote there and I'll keep an eye on that during the show. And I want to take your comments on it, but as of now, Ronaldo's done it on his own at Real Madrid compared to the other 2 who did it together at Barcelona and fell short. So they didn't win La Liga and they didn't win the Champions League. Real Madrid did both. Is Neymar right to leave Barcelona? I personally think that no matter what Neymar does this season, it doesn't really make him Ballon d'Or winner 2018. He's not going to win it this year anyway, but 2018, we're looking at this season that's in front of us. Who's going to be the star player of the season? Will Messi have a resurgence? Will Ronaldo continue with his consistency? Or will Neymar make a stake for it himself? PSG have got to win the Champions League for Neymar to have a chance. Look, Neymar can score 100 goals in the French Pub League, which he probably will. But I don't think those 100 goals in the French League is about equivalent of 10 goals in the English Championship. It doesn't actually equate to much, I'm joking. But I think if you put Jermaine Defoe in that PSG side, he'd score about 60 goals. It's not a great league, and Neymar's gone there for the money. To go there to win the Ballon d'Or, Zlatan never got near it, and he scored a lot of goals for PSG. If PSG were to win the Champions League, which I don't think they would, then Neymar has potentially got a chance of doing it. But as far as I'm concerned, Messi and Ronaldo, and I don't know whether people are agreeing, I'm going to take some of your comments, they are still the 2. They are, you know, there's world class, and as I've always said, those 2 are masters of the universe class. They are fantastic. I personally would go for Ronaldo, and always said that because he's done it in the Premier League. He's got the attributes I want, but Messi is the better talent. I agree with that, but talent just doesn't win you cups all the time. It's also about being the best fit for a team, and I think Ronaldo would fit into a team I would want to see play more than Messi would. Will Messi have a resurgence this year? Who will come out on top between Ronaldo and Messi? I'll let you know in a minute when I've read some of your comments. But let's fly into it. It's the age-old debate. Who's better, Ronaldo or Messi? I think Neymar falls away. Is that fair to say? I think Neymar as well is a fool because Messi will not be at Barcelona for very much longer, and Neymar is at Barcelona. If you want to win Ballon d'Ors, you want to win the Champions League, Barcelona or Real Madrid at the moment are the place to do it, and always have been very good candidates to do it. To turn your back on Barcelona and go to PSG for the money effectively is petulant, and he should have stayed at Barcelona. If he wants to win prizes, he should have stayed at Barcelona. I know some people will say, "Oh, he could prove you wrong at PSG." Not expecting it at all. And I actually have said this before. I think Ousmane Dembele will be, and I was saying this back in May on the United stand, because Manchester United, I would like Manchester United to go on for Ousmane Dembele as well. I said it at the time. It's yet another player that Barcelona or Real Madrid have acquired that will be one of the best players in the world. Ousmane Dembele will be, I believe, challenging Neymar potentially, but when Ronaldo and Messi have gone, Ousmane Dembele could well be the best player in the world. I think he's that good. Michael Schofield says, Messi is beautiful to watch, but Ronaldo wins you cups. Get on it then. I mean, you might be a Neymar fan. Give us your thoughts if you're a Neymar fan. But Ronaldo or Messi, who will be the GOAT this season? Who's the GOAT now? I think it's Ronaldo, but give us your thoughts. Asian Gamer says Fellaini is the GOAT, nobody else. Nice to see there's a bit of banter on there. I think the French league is improving, and I would say that in 4 or 5 years it could be better than the Spanish or the Italian league, says King Kaiser. Monaco have bought very well, despite having their club stripped like a fire sale. They've bought very well, but PSG are bullies, and financially they are trying to bully everybody. And I think that the French league will become like the Scottish league with Celtic, very, very boring. I don't see the standard increasing in France apart from PSG and Monaco to a certain extent. So I disagree with that, King Kaiser. I don't think that the French league is going to be any great shakes anytime soon. It's just going to have this dominant force in it. Zlatan and Kane should be in the list, says Shaka Phillips. Look at Messi versus Ronaldo's stats, mate, says Nats Reloaded. Don't need to look at stats. You should be able to watch a player and make your own mind up without looking at stats, to be honest. Ronaldo's broken another record. He is the GOAT, says Nathan Elianio Dooman. Mark, World Cup will determine it next year, Mark, says EMH Gaming. It's always very hard for Ronaldo to do it at Portugal, though, isn't he? I mean, Portugal do have some good players, but Argentina, I think it's going to be between Brazil and France for the World Cup anyway. Drop a like on the video, yes please, that would be greatly appreciated. Remember, this is That's Football. It's our new channel covering all football debates. We have got a different presenter on the next show, which we promised, and one later in the week. So the channel's growing. We're going to get lots of people contributing, but we're going to keep that fan opinion from yourselves, live comments throughout the show and going forward, as well as Skype shows and all sorts. So there's loads to get involved with. Make sure you've clicked that subscribe button. We're going to try and get to 12,000 today. We're on 11,551. Keep getting involved. Pratik says, Ronaldo on his own is not as good as Messi. To be honest, I love Ronaldo, but Messi has that something different. But Ronaldo has won it all and is consistent with his goal scoring. Yeah, good point. Neymar will want out of PSG in 3 seasons, says AP411. Yes, I think it's a good one. Why is Neymar in the discussion, says Jordan Thompson. Good answer. Neymar wants to be in the discussion, doesn't he? Neymar's in the discussion because I think after Ronaldo and Messi, you do probably mention Neymar. And Neymar is the most expensive player in world football, in history. Surely he has to be considered to be in the top 3. I don't really put him in the top 3, to be honest. This channel is what the world needed for other fans, says Brody Hanley. No, thanks for that. Mark, you keep putting down the French league when in the last 5, the French team have been better in the Champions League than the English team, says Top Tier FC. Yeah, fair point. English teams have been very poor in the Champions League. I agree with you, but the Premier League's the best league in the world because it's competitive and anybody can beat anybody. The French league, I think, it doesn't surprise me that French teams like PSG do better than the English teams in the Champions League, because the English team, the Premier League, week in, week out, is very competitive. If you're PSG, you can basically play your reserves every week and play at 70% and still win the title and keep yourself nice and fresh for the Champions League, which is basically what Barcelona and Real Madrid do. Neymar carried Brazil last World Cup and now he has Gabriel Jesus. Neymar could win the Ballon d'Or, says Rex Inked. Kind of like it when the channel is smaller like that. The comments isn't flooded. Yes, it is nice at the start. As I said to you yesterday, good time to get onto That's Football. Be here from the start. A lot of people wanted that when we started the United Stand, so get on it at the start. Tube says Ronaldo is 33 soon. He's adapting his game. He's still greatly influential at the top level. Look, that's a great comment from Tubes. To be fair, it was something I wanted to bring in. Sort of I have thoughts in my head, but I don't write things down, and so I sometimes forget stuff. But Ronaldo is not the player he was at the start of his Real Madrid career, or what he was at Manchester United. This player that was lightning fast, that could run off the wings, skin people and score goals created himself. He's turned into a sort of more of a box player, more of a number 9, absolutely clinical. The best clinical forward I think there is in world football easily. He's more clinical than Messi. Messi still has that ability, that raw ability to create something out of nothing. Ronaldo, not so much so. I think if you stick 3 players in front of Ronaldo and no support, he's not got what he used to have to be able to do that. Messi certainly has. But I'd still go for Ronaldo. I just think Ronaldo wins prizes, and Ronaldo is ultimately so efficient. The Champions League final, I don't think he played that well. Scored 2 goals, won them the game. That's what Ronaldo is. Ronaldo is the most dedicated footballer ever, says Andre Olofsson. Dylan Hogan loves the idea of that's football. We can all talk general football. That is the idea, yes. There will be new presenters. Don't worry about that. Ronaldo was better when he was at Manchester United, says Hussein Gaming. I do agree with you, because the player he was then was fantastic, but he's done pretty well at Real Madrid since. A man lost a bag of gold. Oh, no, okay. It's an Arsenal fan joke. What about Lewandowski, says Extreme Gaming. What about him? We're talking about the best players in the world. The free kick against Portsmouth, goal from 40 yards in the Champions League, his heading ability, he has it all, says Nathan Alerlio Derma. The best Premier League players get bought by foreign European teams, so don't underestimate us, says Joshua White. Not a lot of love for Messi. I'm quite surprised. Not a lot of love for Messi. I remember doing this about a year ago on my own channel, and there was a lot of people didn't like the fact that Ronaldo was being named as the best. And I don't know whether that's... Where are we at, folks? Is it just because a year down the line Ronaldo is now the undisputed best, or are we just not got many Messi people watching? Interesting. I think there are, Messi played last year, he did have some injuries. Ronaldo overshone him. Without question, Ronaldo was the best, and I think maybe people at the moment are now sort of buying into that. Let's have a look on the votes. In relation to the voting, which you can do, we've got a poll in the top right-hand corner. If you click the eye there, you'll be able to cast your votes. I can tell you right at the moment, Messi's got 10% of the vote, Neymar's got 2% of the vote, and Ronaldo's got 86% of the vote. I don't know how that quite works, because that only adds up to 98%, but I'm not in control of the poll. There we go. So Ronaldo is smashing it. And as I said a minute ago, maybe that is what is happening in world football now. Even Messi lovers are having to say, to be honest, Messi is the better talent, which is what I would say. But Ronaldo is the best player in the world. He's more efficient. And it's something that I would throw to all of you lot. Manchester United fans, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Real Madrid fans, Barcelona fans. Who would you want at your club? Would you want Neymar? Would you want Messi? Would you want Ronaldo? Obviously, as a Manchester United fan, I would want Ronaldo for the fairy tale, but also I'd want Ronaldo because he would fit into United's team better. I think I'd just drop Lukaku and play Ronaldo there. He'd score you 50 goals. He'd win you the league for sure. He'd probably win you the Champions League as well. If I brought Messi in, I'd bring Messi in behind Lukaku. He'd still be very, very good. He'd be very, very good. We'd probably still win the Premier League. But I would just go for Ronaldo. Neymar, I've got to be honest, I just don't see Neymar on that level of Messi and Ronaldo. After those two, potentially, yes, he is the best, but they are on a different level. So it's down to yourselves. Who would you go for? Football is not just about... It's hard for me to... Let me just think of a club. So... If you're Manchester City and you signed, if you had the option this summer of signing, let's say, Alexis Sanchez, he will improve you, but actually you should probably go and sign an all-conquering midfielder or all-conquering centre-back, because that will make you a better team. Sanchez will score you goals, but you've already got Gabriel Jesus, Aguero, De Bruyne, Sterling, the two Silvers. Sane. You've already got a lot of talented players there, and Sanchez is better than a lot of those players, but you'll still score plenty of goals with those. The sum of your parts is you should improve in your centre-backs and in your midfield, your defensive midfield position. So it's not always about who's the best player. It's sometimes about who is the most efficient player. And Ronaldo is arguably better than Messi anyway. Some people would say that. But I'd say Messi's the better talent. But I'd take Ronaldo every day of the week because he'll score you all sorts of goals. And he's just a born winner. He's a worker. Messi is the born talent. Ronaldo is the born worker on that talent. He works very, very hard. Ronaldo's done it in the Premier League. Messi has not, says Echo. Yep, spot on. The Ballon d'Or is for forwards. How invaluable was Carrick in his prime, says Brody Hanley. And Ronaldo is first. Messi is second. Simple as that, says Blind Corn. Pogba in a few years, says Argent. I think when Messi and Ronaldo will be gone in 3 or 4 years' time. And they certainly won't be winning Ballon d'Ors in 3 or 4 years' time. Who steps into that plate? Will it be Neymar just because he's marketable? Or will people like Pogba, Ousmane Dembele, Verratti, people like that, will they come through? Will we get a midfielders winning the Ballon d'Or again? Potential future replacement of Valencia, says Tack. This is not the United stand. Thanks everybody for watching. Give us your comments below. Ronaldo, Messi or Neymar? Who is the greatest of all time? Who is the greatest now? Who's going to have the greatest season? 3 questions. You can also cast your poll in the top right hand corner. Remember to drop a like on the video. This is That's Football, the football channel for the fans, talking all the latest major football news across the world, across Europe, across the Premier League. We're going to cover lots and lots of things, so get involved. Make sure you click that subscribe button, bottom right hand corner. Click the bell so you know when we're going to go live. We will be predominantly live content. Thanks everyone for watching. Get commented below. I await the Messi fans. They must all be off in bed or doing something else because there is normally a lot of Messi love that we've not actually seen. In fact, Paul Gibson says, I feel Messi relies on his team a bit more, whereas Ronaldo carries the team a bit more. Interesting comment. Interesting comment. Thanks everyone for watching. We've got a really good video coming up for you. It may go up tonight. United Stand will be live tonight at 8 o'clock for those who are asking. We've got the Q&A Saturday night live at 8 o'clock. Looking forward to that if you watch the United Stand. If you're here for That's Football, we'll have another video for you up later on as well. Thanks everybody for watching. It won't be me on that video, by the way. Speak to you all soon.